Pro, Austin is hot. Con, Austin is hot. But what does that mean? Weather? Home prices? Let me give you the real pros and cons of moving to Austin. We're still the place where more people are defecting than anywhere else in the US, even though that Snowmageddon thing happened in early 2021. I'm Ian of Austin, realtor, adventurer, foodie. We're gonna jump right into it. Look, the bugs here are serious. It's true, they are bigger in Texas. So are the wild boar, the tarantulas, the jackrabbits, the rattlesnakes, the scorpions, the locusts. I could keep going. But don't worry, as long as you have an exterminator on speed dial, you're good to go. You just need to have a method to have those types of things under control when you're out hiking, biking, kayaking, or camping. And I bring that up because there are so many things to do. Maybe too many. Let me tell you something. If you're bored, it is your fault. And don't move here if you're going to be cranky about it. There are over 80 state parks in Texas alone, with about 13 of them being within like a 2-hour drive of downtown Austin. And you're only about 3 hours from the ocean at the shortest point. But there are hundreds of lakes and rivers that you can go visit. Speaking of visiting, the people that have been here don't really like change. There's a lot of controversy around like political ideals. And these are real topics, from guns to women's rights to who makes the best breakfast tacos or barbecue. And frankly, it can be exhausting. So be prepared. Know that if you feel strongly about a topic, it's likely that it'll come up in what should be casual conversation.
Oh, wow, are those stuffed clowns?
On the flip side, people from the South smile more. It's a scientific fact that I just made up. If you see a sky like this out your back patio 300 days a year, you just can't be a sour person. I moved here from Chicago in early 2015, and my life has improved considerably in a number of ways. Mostly, I believe that people are products of the environments that they place themselves in or that they're in, if you can afford to do so.
You ever seen a sad person on a wave runner? Have you? Seriously, have you?
But even if you can, as soon as you see those property taxes for the first time, that will put some hair on your chest. The home prices and rent prices are rising rapidly because something like 30% of the population are millionaires. Now, I can't verify that stat exactly. According to austintexas.gov, we've got about 1 million people living in Austin proper. And according to dating website Seeking Millionaire, there's so much wrong with that, we had about 60,000 eligible millionaire bachelors in 2013. And basically, if they've owned one house and one rental property since then, they're easily worth that, with outliers, of course. One of the benefits of having access to those types of resources is so many people are putting money into the communities. Money's pouring in to improve safety, infrastructure, schools, and overall it improves the walkability, the family life, the nightlife, and the allure of it all. It takes those types of finances to make these sort of things happen. But now we have all this new construction and dog parks and Tesla superchargers popping up all over the place. But I would be remiss to not talk about, historically, Austin has had a lot of soul. And today, a lot of people feel threatened by that. As Kevin Knight said on our Real Migos podcast one episode.
Maybe this American dream of the 3-2 with the white fence and a big backyard for our two, golden doodles is just not realistic if you're making 60 grand a year.
Hey! You've now got all these people that are walking their golden doodles in their Allbirds while munching on some avocado toast. And that's not weird. It's homogenous. It's part of the fear that coined the phrase, "Don't California my Texas."
Farmers market's that way.
Oh, I'm not from Oregon. I'm from California.
California? I thought I smelled communism.
And that one got me. It got me right here because I have a golden doodle and I'm wearing Allbirds right now. And I love avocado toast. I didn't get to have that when I was a kid.
We couldn't afford it.
I ate fried bologna and drank purple sugar every day.
I want that purple stuff.
Fortunately, now we have so many other types of diversity coming into play as the world evolves. And I'm not just talking about people of color. I'm referring to culture, partnership preference, level of education, job opportunities. I really want to say that's a contribution to why so many of these companies keep moving here. I personally believe that you should be able to do what you want, be who you want, as long as that doesn't endanger other people. And mostly, I'm seeing that sort of philosophy of acceptance being embraced here. Now, if it starts costing money, whether it's tax dollars or local businesses getting shut down, that's usually where the conflict starts to arise. Speaking of conflict, I have yet to find some pizza that I can brag about, or some dim sum where I would say, you gotta try this. We don't even have a White Castle here. Here's what I want you to do. If you already moved to Austin or have come to visit before, what's a restaurant you were looking for but you couldn't find? For everyone who leaves a comment, I'm gonna raffle off this Monopoly for Millennials. It's a good thing though that we have tons of other delicious food. People end up with analysis paralysis that we have so many options. It's like, what do you want to eat? I don't know, burger. I tell people, open up Google Maps, choose restaurants, open now, haven't been to, and be prepared for your mind to be blown. Even if you're the type of person that's been places. I've been to Ethiopian restaurants, Korean, Vietnamese, Mexican, fusion, even a Whataburger once. There are so many options. The point is, if you adore food like I do, then it's a pretty eclectic spot. Oh, I've got something to share. If you don't learn to wear cotton underwear and long sleeves in the summer, you're gonna have some problems. You'll probably look like you forgot to put on some sunblock. And I don't care if you're black, white, or other. Texas sun doesn't care where your ancestors are from. To put it a different way, I didn't know what SPF was before I moved here. Found out it stands for sometimes people fry because it doesn't rain here, there's rarely a breeze, and it's dry enough to fry an egg on the back of your head if you're not wearing a cool hat like this. What that means though, is that as long as you're not a Yeti, you can be outside, be free all the time. You end up with 9 months of pretty great weather. And most places have indoor-outdoor seating with covered patios and misters and fans and water for your pets. The moral of the story is, you never have to drive in snow because traffic's already bad enough. Cool.